In the heart of the northern woods, the legend of the Wendigo haunts both indigenous and settler communities. This malevolent spirit is said to embody insatiable greed and hunger, transforming those who succumb to it into gaunt, monstrous figures. The origins trace back to Algonquian folklore, where the Wendigo symbolizes not just physical famine, but psychological devouring. It is believed that in harsh winters when food was scarce, some would resort to cannibalism, awakening this dark entity. Variations of the legend exist, with some tales depicting the Wendigo as a towering, emaciated creature with icy, hollow eyes and an insatiable appetite for flesh. Accounts have emerged of people wandering into the woods, only to be found later, starved and ranting about a creature that whispered their name. Real-life events, such as the infamous 1878 case of Swift Runner, who reportedly killed and consumed his family during a famine, further fueled the Wendigo's terrifying reputation. This legend serves as a chilling reminder of the consequences of unchecked greed and the darkness that can lurk within us all, especially in desperate times. In the heart of Pennsylvania lies a chilling urban legend known as the Seven Gates of Hell. This tale is rooted in the eerie remains of a burnt-down asylum nestled within the dense woods of York County. The asylum, once a place meant for healing, is now steeped in darkness and horror, giving rise to whispers of the supernatural. According to local lore, those who venture through all 7 gates of this forsaken asylum are believed to be transported straight to hell, never to return. Each gate is said to become increasingly menacing, testing the resolve of even the bravest souls. Many claim that the area is plagued by ghostly apparitions and unsettling noises, making it a magnet for thrill-seekers and paranormal investigators alike. As the sun sets, the atmosphere thickens with an unshakable sense of dread, and the woods seem to come alive with the echoes of the past. The haunting history of the York County Asylum not only captivates the imagination, but also stands as a chilling reminder of the mysteries that lurk in abandoned places. Would you dare to pass through the gates and confront the dark secrets that lie within? In 2014, a family excitedly purchased their dream home in Westfield, New Jersey, only to be plunged into a nightmare. Shortly after moving in, they received a chilling letter from someone identifying themselves as the Watcher. This anonymous figure claimed to have been watching the house for decades and demanded to know the family's intentions regarding their new property. The letters grew increasingly sinister, revealing intimate details about the family's life and expressing unsettling obsessions with the house. The identity of the Watcher remained a mystery, intensifying the family's fear and confusion. Law enforcement investigated, revealing the letters were sent from a nearby home, yet no suspects were ever conclusively identified. What drove the Watcher? Was it an elaborate hoax or something far more sinister? The family, engulfed in dread, decided to abandon their new home and sell it at a loss. The case has captivated true crime enthusiasts and urban legend seekers alike, leaving them to ponder the lurking presence in their own neighborhoods. To this day, the Watcher remains a ghostly enigma, a reminder that some mysteries may never be solved. In the early 1980s, a game appeared in a few arcades in Portland, Oregon, that would spark a chilling urban legend, Polybius. Described as a black cabinet adorned with geometric designs, it promised an experience unlike any other. Players reported vivid, almost surreal gameplay, where they battled through ever-changing levels filled with hypnotic patterns and sounds. However, it quickly became apparent that something was amiss. Gamers began experiencing strange side effects, severe headaches, nightmares, and even memory loss. Some claimed to see shadowy figures lurking near the machines, leading to whispers of government experiments on unsuspecting players. The legend escalated when mysterious men in black supposedly visited the arcades, collecting data from the machines. As quickly as it appeared, the game vanished, leaving behind only rumors and a growing folklore. Was Polybius a mere figment of imagination, or was it a tool for mind control? The truth remains elusive, buried beneath layers of mystery and speculation. To this day, Polybius symbolizes the darker side of gaming culture, a chilling reminder of the unknown lurking in our digital entertainment.
In a quiet town, there lies an unsettling legend known as Screaming Jenny. This chilling tale begins with a young woman named Jenny, who was said to possess an ethereal beauty and a heart full of dreams. Tragically, her life was cut short by a cruel twist of fate. Jenny fell in love with a man from a wealthy family, but her love was not reciprocated. Heartbroken, she sought solace in a secluded area near the old railway tracks, where she often wandered to escape her pain. One fateful night, during a storm, she was struck by a train while lost in her sorrowful thoughts. Since that day, locals claim to hear her mournful screams echoing through the night, particularly near the tracks. As the legend grew, stories spread of those who encountered her ghostly figure, a woman in white with eyes filled with sorrow. It's said that if you hear her scream, you must turn back, for those who do not risk being haunted by her restless spirit. Jenny's curse persists as a cautionary tale, a reminder of love lost and the pain that lingers beyond the grave, forever echoing in the hearts of those who dare to listen.
La Llorona, or the Weeping Woman, is a haunting figure in Mexican folklore, known for her sorrowful cries echoing through the night. The legend typically tells of a beautiful woman named Maria, who fell in love with a wealthy man. After they married and had children, he grew disinterested and left her for another woman. Distraught, Maria drowned her children in a fit of rage and soon realized the horror of her actions. Overcome with guilt, she took her own life, only to be condemned to roam the rivers, searching for her children. The origins of this tale can be traced back to pre-Columbian times, interwoven with themes of loss and betrayal. Variations abound, with some accounts suggesting Maria was a native woman, while others depict her as a Spanish woman. Her mournful wails have been reported by those walking near bodies of water, warning of impending tragedy. The legend serves as a cautionary tale for children to stay away from rivers at night, and it reflects deep cultural themes of motherhood, loss, and the consequences of despair. La Llorona remains a powerful symbol of grief and the supernatural, captivating generations. In the shadows of Tanzania lies the legend of the Papobawa, a terrifying shape-shifting demon known for its nocturnal visits. Originally emerging in Zanzibar during the 1970s, the Papobawa is said to attack those who dare to sleep on their backs, believing that this vulnerability draws its sinister gaze. The name Papobawa translates to bat's wing in Swahili, hinting at its avian characteristics as it swoops down from the night sky. Numerous tales recount horrifying encounters, where victims describe feeling an immense weight upon their chests, paralyzed in fear while the demon torments them. Some say it takes the form of a human during the day, blending in with society, only to reveal its monstrous nature at night. Variations of the legend suggest that the Papobawa can change its appearance, appearing as a family member or friend, further heightening the fear it instills. The demon gained notoriety in the 1990s when mass hysteria swept the islands, with reports flooding in of attacks. Some attribute these incidents to the psychological stress stemming from political instability, while others maintain that the Papobawa is a genuine menace, forever haunting Tanzania's restless nights.
In the late 19th century, the small towns of New England were engulfed in fear, driven by a mysterious epidemic that took many lives. This fear morphed into a bizarre phenomenon known as the vampire panic, where illness was often interpreted through the lens of the supernatural. The case of Mercy Brown stands out as a prime example. Stricken by tuberculosis, Mercy died in 1892, just as her family faced a series of tragic deaths from the same disease. The local community, desperate for answers to their grief, turned to folklore. They believed that if a family member died of illness, they could return as a vampire, preying on the living. In a shocking bid to rid the town of this supposed curse, Mercy's body was exhumed. Her heart was burned, and the ashes were mixed with water and given to her ailing brother as a remedy. This gruesome act highlights how disease can provoke fears that lead to irrational beliefs in the supernatural. The vampire panic illustrates a dark intersection between illness and folklore, revealing how vulnerable communities sought to understand and combat the ravages of disease through horrific and misguided practices.